Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know who this is, Mr. Don't Know It All, and I am not a financial advisor. I just love making videos for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about Hyliion, and we're going to do a little recap for some new investors that haven't looked into the company and some new investors that are just now looking into the company because it's so cheap right now. And this video might be for some of you investors that already invested but don't know much of the company, okay? We're going to talk about the trucks and some other partnerships going on as well too, okay? Before we get into it, I want to talk about Tesla. I didn't get to buy any because it didn't hit that 10% dip that I wanted it to hit. It's about $412 right now. It's red. Almost everything is red in the pre-market right now, so it might be a red Monday. Hopefully it'll pick up throughout the day. We'll just have to see. I'm also going to be looking at buying some more NEO today if it dips, just because everything's so red. So we might get a little discount on that, okay? But before we get into the video, hey, go ahead and deposit some likes on this video. Let's get it to 200, okay? Also, comment down below. Let me know what you think about Hyliion and what's your position in it. If you have any call options for the future, what do you think this stock is going to do throughout the rest of the year and beginning of 2021, okay? Also, we are almost at 250 subscribers where we need 65 more to hit that 250 so we can do the $50 giveaway, all right? So let's get into the video. All right, so Hyliion has two products. The first one is going to be their hybrid solution. They're retrofitting rigs that are already on the road today. They don't have to buy any new rig. They can just retrofit their current one. And this is the best and cheapest way to do that. Those trucks are already running on diesel, and that diesel powers the truck and the first axle. When they're going uphill and downhill, Hyliion's product takes over that second axle with those batteries and produces energy and saves money in fuel savings. Now you have companies saying, hey, we're saving over 30% or 40% on fuel savings. That equates to $15,000 per truck per year, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's a huge amount of money saving. To me, right now, when you're looking at the EV game, it's the best option to be able to get into it without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, because you're only spending about $15,000 to retrofit your truck. This is a great option for the owner-operators that only have 2 or 3 trucks, where they don't have to buy a whole new rigs because they don't want to and they don't have the money. This is the best option. But also for those huge companies, because those huge companies are the ones that are always out to be able to, make dirty plays to be able to save money, right? So to me, right now, this is the best option. Not talking about 15, 20, 30 years down the future, but right now, this is the best option. Then you also have the Hyper ERX, which is completely electric, completely runs on batteries, but also runs on CNG engine as well too. So when the batteries are dead, that CNG drives the truck, takes over, but also charges the batteries at the same time. And then all you have to do is stop at a CNG gas station and refill with natural gas on there, right? Super quick, a whole lot quicker than charging the truck or the hydrogen stations that are out there. That CNG charging gas stations are a whole lot faster and a lot cheaper, because you also have that partnership with ANG that gives some discounts as well too. The trucks are a little bit more expensive, $220,000 for the truck. But you also got to think about this. Governments or state officials are giving tax credits and grants to companies to get into the EV play, right? To be green. And these companies, if they're getting $300,000, $500,000 incentives to do it, how many electric trucks can you buy with that? 2 or 3? But how many can you retrofit with that amount of money? A lot more of your fleet. And that's where I think Hyliion comes in with this hybrid solution that a lot of people don't like. But it makes so much sense to do that because it's so cheap to do it, and you're being zero emission, negative carbon based. I mean, that is ridiculous that you can do that and also save money at the same time. To me, it's the best of both worlds with this, right? And Hyliion has over 30,000 trucks out there, or in the span that they've been doing this, because they were also into the trailer game. They were retrofitting trailers first before they were retrofitting trucks. And then they noticed that the better plan was to retrofit trucks rather than trailers. Over 2 million miles driven. They have analysis of gas savings, of how they drive. This to me is the best option. You're looking at electric stations and hydrogen stations. It's going to take billions of dollars to build that infrastructure, where you have CNG stations here in the US, but also worldwide. And I think that's where a lot of people are not taking Hyliion in consideration, that you got to think about, they're also looking at worldwide solutions as well too, not just in the US. And it's time and money. It's all about time and money, right? So now let's get into the partnership that Hyliion has with some of these companies, okay? All right, so the first one we'll talk about is going to be Wegmans grocery store. They have 103 stores. They have over 175 trucks. 19 of those are going to be CNG trucks. They talk about right here that they have your hybrid Volvo truck with a Hyliion hybrid CNG system, a true performance game changer that gives the truck enough torque and horsepower to pull a tandem set. It is the first Volvo truck fitted with the system. The two engineering teams work together on the design and installation of the electric drive axle. All right. So then you also have Thomas Healy saying, like Wegmans, fleets want to have the fuel savings and emissions that benefits that come with transitioning away from diesel, but also need practical solutions that are going to meet the needs of their business, right? So with the idea of a diesel-free fleet is now reality, it will take time to achieve. Wegmans is currently operating 19 CNGs in their fleets of nearly 175 trucks, and 2 of those are equipped with Hyliion system for tandem use. Wegmans plans to increase their overall number of CNG trucks in 2021. So right now they have 19 CNG trucks out of 175 trucks. They plan to increase that over the next year. If they already have 2 trucks with Hyliion and they love the savings that they get from fuel, also their discounts with A&G, you got to think about that they're probably going to order some more trucks. We don't know that for a fact, but it's a good indication that they will. So this is the first company that we have. It's going to be Wegmans, right? Then we move over to EGL. This is the company that I have the least amount of information about. I've looked around and looked. I haven't been able to find anything just besides their presentation that they filed. They have them on there. This could be the smallest company, but just because it's the smallest company does not mean that they don't have the most amount of trucks retrofitted with Hyliion's product, right? It's possible. Go ahead and comment down below if you have any information about EGL. I'll try to get in touch with them, see if I can get any information from them. The third one is going to be Penske. Penske, Dana, and Hyliion are all in partnership together. They have 3 trucks with Penske. Penske is committed to advancing and testing innovative technologies that are shaping the future of electric mobility in commercial use. We look forward to developing these new vehicles into our fleet and evaluating them as part of the diversified offering of electric vehicles we have for our customers. So again, it's all about getting from point A to point B the cheapest way possible for their customers and the fastest way possible. You got all these trucking companies that do not want to be spending time refueling hydrogen or charging their trucks. They want to be able to get from point A to point B fast. If you get these people and say, hey, you got to charge your truck, but then you also send them to a location where they got to wait 2-3 hours to get loaded, these truckers hate to get loaded. Time is money to them. It's all about time and money when it comes to these trucking companies. And Hyliion right now, it's giving them the best solution to do that as of right now. Not talking about 5-10 years from now, but as of right now, Hyliion is the best solution. We also have IBELIEVE as well too. IBELIEVE has been on national tour going through the end of this year, driving their trucks, giving them their feedback as far as fuel savings, being able to eliminate all these idling problems that they've been having and wasting gas. IBELIEVE is another great company they partnered up with. And of course, we all know Agility. We've been talking about Agility forever. We know that they've pre-ordered 1,000 Hyliion hybrid trucks and ERA trucks as well too. So this is probably one of their biggest customers that they have so far. Hopefully more to come as well too. The other one is going to be Eagle Transport, right? This one we've known about as well too. But here's a little quote from Eagle Transport. We've tested it and we've seen it that it improves fuel mileage. We believe it will work best in our chemical operations. And that's really all it says about Hyliion. But hey, at least they have a little quote there about how it's going with the Hyliion truck. So here we have MVT, PAM, and Ryder. You have all the 3 companies right here in this article that talks about the fuel savings, the zero emissions, the driving experience, the power behind the trucks that they feel that they didn't have enough power in other CNG trucks. And this talks about how much more power that they have than they they thought they would on there, right? The other one that we don't have a lot of information about is CR England. If you have some information, go ahead and post it down below in the comments. Just because I haven't been able to find anything on CR England as far as do they have 1 truck, 2 trucks, it just talks about that they're in it with Hyliion. So let me know if you found anything. The most recent one, Modern Transportation, sneak peek as we test drive the latest technology from Hyliion. I have reached out to them to see if they can comment anything on it. They haven't reached back to me. The other one that we know about kinda is HEB. We initially don't know much about HEB. We just know we've seen him in the videos. We really don't know what the partnership is, but we know there's some kind of partnership. Waiting to hear some news on that. And then the latest one that I've talked about, CAT, which is CAT. They talk about if things go well, the goal would be to equip the 100 trucks or so in the fleet. It all depends on the results that the product will give. And we already know that the Hyliion trucks are saving a ton of money for these customers, right? So now the thing about it is just waiting and seeing with all these companies. I mean, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 so far. So, I mean, that to me, it's a great start and a great way to get some information about fuel savings, how the trucks drive, and hopefully they can pass that down to other customers that are going to be buying. So, to me right now, Hyliion is the best option. This is like I said, a quick recap for investors that haven't invested yet or are looking to invest into the company. Alright, to the ones who made it to the end of the video, I really do appreciate it. Comment down below, let me know what you think about Hyliion and some of the partnerships. If I missed any or you found any more, go ahead and drop down those links below so we can all get familiar with those companies as well too. Go ahead and deposit some likes on this video as well too. Let's get to 200 for the first time, alright? Listen, we are about 60 subscribers away from hitting 250 so we can give the $50 giveaway. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well too. It really means a lot. It helps out the channel. And go ahead and hit the notification bell as well too. That way when we hit 250, it notifies you that I uploaded a video, and that's when we're going to give that $50 away, okay? And like always, guys, lights out.